Hello, gaming tankers. I am back with a bit of an experiment. I would like you to note in the lower left corner that I have loaded all premium rounds on the 30B2 Forad, the French premium tank with a 50% silver bonus. And why have I loaded all premium? Why am I doing this experiment? Well, before I answer that question, if you would be oh so kind as to like and subscribe and help the channel out, I would appreciate that. Now, why am I doing this experiment? Well, two reasons. One, I was listening to the soundtrack from the film Hackers that came out in 1995, and well, there was some pulsing, hard-hitting 90s EDM music going that had me just wanting to tank. And then I was like, ever since the announcement that the changes that will be coming in the very near future about the Cold War module and tank costs and reduction in silver earnings has set off a little bell in the back of my head. That little bell rings. The French medium tanks in Era 2 tend to have standard rounds that are heat, and heat is not all that effective in Era 2 because of the spaced armor. And that has me worried because at some point here, in the next year probably, I will be grinding the French line in Cold War, as I am very near to completing almost all the Era 3 tanks. So I was wondering, how damaging is the possibility will the French medium tanks in Era 2 be to the silver earnings and costs? Because the premium rounds, as they are right now, are 5,200, give or take, depending on which tank. If not, then they'll probably be about 3,000. That's the weird thing about having APF SDS as your standard, as not your standard, as your premium. And ever since the French tanks were introduced, there has been like, can we switch that? Can we switch that around? Have the heat be premium like it is on all other tanks, so we don't have to use it. But I decided to try this experiment with, like, literally these matches. These back-to-back matches were just like a half hour ago. And here on Knaus, I was, coming up against these heavies was a little unnerving. Some of the snapshots missed, and that hurt because I was starting to think about what's it gonna be like when I don't have the tens of millions of silver saved up, and I'm flashing back to the World War II days, man. I'm remembering when we got to take off all the premium consumables, and you just can't use premium rounds because you're just not that good. So you do everything you can to eke out a few hundred silver. Oh God, the fear. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I totally forgot that the Farad has a multi-weapon system, because if I'd have remembered that I had a auto cannon, I would have totally just smoked the smoke there and trying to find that M50. Oh, I was kicking myself after that. I was like, wait a minute, I'm in a French medium. I have two guns. I mean, boom snouts, please. YouTube. I meant boom snouts. Now we're wrapping up the match here. I am very nervous. I have low health points, and oh yeah, I came across more heavy tanks than I liked. Also, it's really hard to do the math and tank at the same time. It's like, all right, how much silver did I lose with every bounced shot, with every miss? This is something that will have to be addressed. It's like, yeah, you don't really want to get those low rolls for damages and miss your shots for sure, because that translates to less XP, and less XP yields a lower silver turnout, and yeah, the I'm the French tanks may be helped or hurt by all of this, and that's where I'd like your opinion, dear viewer, on what you think, especially if you have already gone through the French tank line in Cold War. What was your experience? I know a lot of people have had fun with the Era 2 mediums, but yeah, there's been a lot of discussion about being dependent on premium. And as you can see here, with premium ammo and 3,000 damage, which is about the average you're going to see most times in an Era 2 match, just barely 5,000 silver with premium time. If I had no premium time, 30,000 silver. Because also my tank was destroyed. So man, talk about having to play cautiously. Oof. Now, just on sheer honesty, I went and changed back to the standard, which is heat. Yay. Not really. Oh, excuse me. Looking forward to this, and I also had it set up to be 50 or 40 heat and 10 HE, which I figured would be about the standard. Loadout, HE's got a decent penetration, 125. I'm like, you could still have some fun wrecking an M113, getting the sides of BMPs, you know. Maybe certain portions RDFLT, which are going to be featured heavily here in LL Main, which is not. I was depending on where my team goes and how they perform. This could be good for me, or it could be bad, because this map can be, for the more mobile tanks and definitely light tanks, can be very advantageous, and RDFLTs feature heavily in this match, and I'm actually really glad to see, as people are starting to save up the silver, that I've been seeing a lot more RDFLTs being played. I know they may not be as fun in some regards as like the BMP, because no AT gems, but they are brutal tanks, especially since they have the penetration buffs. Oh, that 6 shots. It's a great tank. And the Mauler too. I don't have the Mauler though, but I love my RDFLT. I don't play it enough, but it is a very versatile tank. You can snipe because of that penetration buff, or you can just move around, just laying into the sides and backsides of a lot of tanks and just be an absolute menace. And if you've had a chunk of your health taken off, yep, they can clip you out. And because they got some few odd angles, yeah, they can bounce the shots. Like, oh, so once I started seeing the RDFLTs in this match, I was like, yeah, this is displeasing to me. Now, it's about here. Some really good music on. I think it was more of the Prodigy song. I think it was the Prodigy song off the soundtrack came on, and suddenly I am in the zone. You get that feeling, like you can just feel your eyelids like open as wide as possible. You can feel your pupils just expanding as you go into full predator mode. The downside is it's winter here, so the air is dry. So as I'm going into the zone and becoming like the freaking hawk, I'm also experiencing severe dry eye. So yes, I'm a lethal bird of prey with cracking eyes. It was like, this is perfect. Oh, I felt great. Just everything was making me feel great about being in this match. Thankfully that, yes, I was like, I had to make up for the last match. I'm like, I have an autocannon. Please use it. And I was very pleased to take out that RDFLT. Yeah, that was good because that was necessary. And here we are. I'm trying to keep track of like, where is everyone on the team. what am I doing? Because I have to pick my shots, and heat rounds are slower than the APFS DS rounds. So I was like, I where I need to be far away because I don't want to get shot. But the closer I am, the better the accuracy and chances of actually at least hitting the target. And at barely 400 silver around, as you can miss a few shots here. So I've relocated back down to like the J line here, this usual Cyber Ridge, where all the Ridgeline Queens like to hang out on this map. And then I realized, oh, we're not losing. We're actually holding back the enemy team, and it's now even. So I relocate so I can actually participate. I am not satisfied with 2,000 damage. I have full health, and as we're nearing the end of the match, it's time to really get in there and get all that I can. So we travel back the way we came, go past where we were before, thankfully, while hoping we just don't come across another tank. Like, I don't want to, it's one of those things to just come over the hill and suddenly, oh, there's a BMP. Oh no, it's an RDFLT. Alright, so, pop smoke, thanks. Great. Yep. Sassy Sasquatch, that's awkward. I do give chase, but I also realize I don't want to overexpose myself here. It's this whole, we're trading tank for tank, and that's not quite how I want to hopefully lay an ambush. Start taking shots in the rear, that's not good. Balance shots, I think what happens here is this player breaks off, and I think it was mostly just because of my autocannon, and I know from personal experience playing light tanks, and I think I've seen this a few other times, light tanks really don't like having to deal with autocannons, and the French mediums, if you get too close and they can track you or ram you and lay in with the main boom mount and then the secondary, it's yeah, so I can totally understand why that player decided to just break off and try to find a better target, especially as I still have my health points, so they have a very low chance of clipping me out. So now you gotta see this shot. This is a Hail Mary of a shot. Like, I definitely prayed to the RNG gods, not that shot. Again, I'm making up for forgetting about having a multi-weapon system there. So I'm just like, yes, just lay in. This shot, I'm like, because I know I have to lead, and everything just landed right. Oh, I was like happy, proud, and thankful to the RNG gods to be in my favor for that. We come down. We've got the new Chieftain CTR as the last tank, but they are actually on the other side of the map, and we don't make it. Would have been very interesting to see if I could have gotten there and engaged with them to see how the heat rounds do with the rear of the tank, because they ain't doing nothing to the front of that frontally well-armored beast. We get the victory, and I have to thank my teammates for, without me knowing it, they really acted as a great protective shield for me, why I didn't have to deal with so much. But look at this. We have the victory. That bonus has helped. We have the premium time and the premium bonus, so 114, but without premium time, 72,073 with, again, 3,295 damage, which you would see standard. So yeah, I'm worried about the Air 2 French tanks. So comment below what you think. Hope you keep the tracks on the ground. RNG's in your favor. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.